For me, is like if you sense anything, your pants get wet.
Wait, what? Your pants get
You're like,
wet?
oh, my
like you don't wet your pants, they just get wet for
my
no
sense
reason?
is tingling. My pants are wet.
Like your entire pants are
Yeah, I
just
can
wet.
sense it too.
What?
Well, it's like a visual sense, so people around you can be like, "Oh shit, something's happening." This guy just
You
You could, like he's wet again. That means his days are coming.
His legs are dripping and shit.
he's wet
Yeah, like
again.
the entire pair of pants is just soaked.
That's like his
It's
superhero tagline. He's wet again.
It's wet, man.
It's wet, man.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another podcast of Board with the Boy. We have another round of topics, which Scott has one, and maybe Brian.
Brian's
But
got cookies.
Right now, we got cookies.
We got cookies.
Tons of cookies.
Tons of cookies.
Merry Christmas.
So let's start off with Scott's topic. Scott, take us away.
So official. Anyways, so I was watching The Incredibles 2 the other day. Anyone seen it? Anyone seen it? Brian?
I seen
Brian?
one.
Nope.
I think I did.
Maybe.
I seen one. I didn't see two.
Oh. Well, anyways.
Yes, I think I did see it a while ago.
I mean, it's kind of related to like the first movie as well, but the second movie has like plays more into like all these superheroes go into hiding because they make like superheroes like illegal. Like super is illegal, and then like there's like this one businessman who's trying to like bring it back and show that superheroes are good, so they'll make it legal again. Which it kind of relates to like the Marvel Civil War movies because it's kind of like the topic of like, you know, superheroes are good or they superheroes should register type of thing. So I was trying to like in the Incredibles scenario, I was trying to think of like how would that play out in like today's world, like
Like
if
it's just pretty much COVID.
well not like not COVID. But, like-
Superheroes wearing masks and shit.
Yeah, like if there was like all of a sudden like one day like obviously it would be like just mass hysteria over like some random superhero. What if there was like some guy like some Superman level ridiculous thing and it was like a hidden person where they were like masked and you don't know who they were? Like would the world try to force that person, or would the world cheer on that person? Or like how would that go if like more superheroes like popped up? Would it turn into like the Marvel Civil War thing where it's like the government is like hunting them down until they register, or is it like the public is like, yes, they're saving us? And it's like, I was trying to think of like, how does it, you know what I mean? Like in the movies, it's like, oh, kind of cut and dry, but like in real life, I feel like it would be so different because on one hand, people are dumb and like would just worship the crap out of them. And then on the other hand, like we have
People are extra dumb.
yeah, we have like
Try-
the government
kill them.
and stuff that would be like trying to freaking put them in prison and study them, which is like, I don't know. Like what I don't know. What do you think like in real life would happen if something like that were to like pop up? You know what I mean?
Honestly,
Go ahead.
honestly, it feels like it's some seen that movie Brightburn.
What?
Brightburn, the one with Superman that
I
becomes
can see
evil.
Oh, I didn't see it. I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, Brightburn.
But like he just totally goes like against the world and just starts like killing everybody.
Well, that's what I mean. It depends on what they do. Because even in Civil War, they don't, like, even in, like, the Marvel comics, like, the storyline, they're not just, like, immediately when the superheroes. They're not, like, trying to register. It's, like, it's after certain events that happen.
The
Then they're
damage
like,
and
okay,
people
now it's
die.
unregulated. It's going on too long. Like, if a superhero just emerged out of nowhere and was only doing good, and no one knew who it was, I'm sure some people were like, oh, we didn't know who it is. But, like, other people were like, who cares? He's doing good. But if it was, like, some dude just coming out and doing bad things, obviously it's going to be... It's
Well, yeah, so
I feel like me personally, I would want to know. I wouldn't really care who it is. I feel like other people, the majority of people, would want to know, like who he is and what he's doing and all that.
and it's
That's
like a
just
weird
me.
part of like knowing who the person is. Like if you see some guy in a mask outside, he can like lift a truck, and it's like, oh, he's actually John Smith. He lives in Wisconsin. You know what I mean? Like, does that do anything for like the average person? Like, not really. I feel like the issue would become would the government even like allow that? Well, obviously they can't like disallow
they would
that.
immediately try to do something. They would try to weaponize it and be stupid because the government's awful. But
Yeah, they would try to like hide that person and like recreate it somehow. I just
Well, the only
Yeah,
thing
that'd be
is, it's like it. All that matters is are they using it for good or bad?
yeah,
I mean, I think in that movie's example, there's like obviously like one big bad guy, but like all the main people were like good people that they were like yo, when you're saving the day from just like bank robbers and stuff, you cause too much damage, and that's why like they ended up like, making them illegal because like they were just like too reckless with their powers. Even though they were doing good, they were like not responsible for like paying for like the train they destroyed while saving like bank robbery or something like that.
Do you think there already is, not necessarily like somebody who can fly or whatever, but do you think there is already somebody who is technically a superhero, like who don't do some sort of crazy shit?
Speaking on that subject, there's actually like a group of people in like Chicago, I think it was. If you look on YouTube, there's actually a bunch of people that like do a Night's Watch type thing with superhero outfits. You ever seen that?
No, I
if you
believe
look
it.
up on YouTube, yeah. There's this guy that like trained himself to like martial arts to be like more like Batman, where he uses all his techniques with his hands and stuff like that to stop robbers and whatnot. But like he got into like a couple incidents where he almost like lost his life, so he actually retired.
Well, there's that, and it's like the whole vigilante thing, which is like
you don't really retire; you just kind of stop.
He's like, I'm retired. It's like, no, you just
he never like was.
Yeah, I would say
like
Tim was starting to say like the vigilante thing. I think is like I don't think there's anyone out there like Superman, like super crazy strength and stuff. I mean, who knows? And the government is just ridiculous. So who knows what they're hiding? Some secret serum project nonsense. But like, I'm sure there's tons of like vigilante people, like not to like the Batman level, but like the problem with that is
like Punisher.
Yeah, the problem with that is like the government is always going to be like somewhat smarter just because of the resources. So it's like, yeah, Batman gets away with it all because he's got like billions of dollars and whatever. I'm speaking like he's a real fucking person, but
it's like Batman. If you're out there, don't kill me.
he gets away with it. But like
John Smith
in real life, I feel like if you're some vigilante and you're like doing this crazy stuff, like you're gonna get caught. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's no. I mean, I guess you could be careful, but I don't know.
It's just like the thing is the whole vigilante thing, like. And like smaller acts, like there's a difference between like vigilante and like being like a good citizen or like standing up for yourself or standing up for others, and, like intervening, and like full vigilantism can be bad. Like that kind of undermines the whole like
if you're searching for something
system and everything, and like that can end up to bad situations where like even worse things happen. But like I said, there's a difference between like intervening into something is bad happening and like being like a hero and like doing something that's different than like vigilantism.
What if it happens like that movie with Jamie Foxx? Like, was it Powers?
Oh, that was a cool movie.
Yeah, where the government concoct like a certain drug
give you
that can
something.
that can actually make you
see. Like I feel like that could definitely be possible. That reminds me of like that movie Limitless or the show too.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like you take the pill and you become like crazy smart. Like I feel like that's like a possibility. Like if you think of like just what caffeine does to you. Like if you like don't have caffeine for like a month and all of a sudden you just like shoot back like 400 milligrams, you're gonna be like you're gonna feel like you're a superhero. You know what I mean? Like because it's just the way it hits you. Like I feel like
alcohol
hits you like kind of in a different way.
Yeah, definitely different for sure.
But you know what I mean? Like if you haven't had something like that and all of a sudden you have like a huge amount, like it hits you really strong. And that's just like general purpose things you can get anywhere. So I feel like the government or some scientist group somewhere has something that could make you like.
Oh, they're trying.
Maybe not stronger because like your muscles are your muscles. So that's kind of a weird one. But like something that could make you just like you instantly can solve any problem or like do probability for like scenarios out in the wild and to help you like do something. So
you're just super smart.
Like I feel like there's like a plant or some sort that's out there that they haven't discovered yet that's infused. That's new.
It's just illegal in a lot of states, so you can't necessarily use it.
I mean, there's probably is like a ton of these like drugs that you hear about. There's probably like other variations of these drugs that are like, people just take it and they try to like get high with all these crazy things and like ketamine, all these ridiculous things. You hear bad things about it, but there's probably like others like synthesis versions of those same things that are probably like amazing for you. Like one of them are probably like cures all these diseases, but like the the drug makers and all that stuff, they just turn it into like something that just like makes you crazy high.
No, because it was I think it was like
even just like marijuana alone, you know,
like the dude who like found like I don't know if it's like LSD or something, like one of the crazy like drugs, like it was meant for like it like treated other things.
Yeah,
and then, like, the government came in and immediately like
I know
all this stuff. And there's like actual like medical like proven medical uses for it.
Yeah.
Because like but then the federal government made it like a class 1 substance or whatever it is and like made it illegal and like big pharma doesn't want it happening. So now it's just like you can't use it at all. And it's like it shut off so many possibilities. Like there's actually some places that use it for like PTSD and that dude was like using treatments of like I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like some like LSD or something like that, like some drug you wouldn't associate with any medical
Yeah.
things, but it was actually curing people who had like PTSD and it was helping people. And it's like a lot of the times, like the government comes in and
Yeah,
immediately
it's-
starts banning things. It puts a limit on like
Yeah,
science.
it's not even
and,
just, like-
exploitation. And now they can't research it because it's illegal.
Yeah, it's not even
It's
like the
like-
regulation. It's just the government just takes like ownership of this thing that's not theirs, and they're like, oh, we
Yeah.
own it now. We're gonna like figure it all out. Like that movie, like that Powers that Christian was talking about. Like, what if there was a scenario in like 20 years from now where it's like there was something you could take, like a pill or a shot or something, that like gave you some ability, not like super strength, but like just hypothetically gave you like telekinesis, something like that. But like in order to get it, you have to like register on like a database of like people with powers. Like, would you do
Hell
it
yeah.
if you could get something crazy like that?
Oh yeah.
It all
Oh.
depends on what type of power I get.
Do you have to register first and then take the power, or can you take the power and then register?
Well, it would
first?
probably be like, yeah, like
sorry,
again,
yeah.
hypothetically, like you know what it is, you know what power you're gonna get, I guess, and then like you have to register where they basically like know who you are, they know what you're doing, everything about you, but you get this cool power. Like, is
I
it?
would, because I wouldn't have any intentions of doing anything
Yeah,
bad. So
I guess that's true.
downside.
So what if it's like a mystery thing? Like it's like you ever
don't
seen
know.
like you ever seen
Oh.
Inhumans?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. What?
Like in Inhumans where they use a Terra crystal.
Yeah,
and
and
then
you
they
don't
put it
know
inside the chamber.
what your
Yeah.
power is gonna be.
Well, that's how Powers was too.
Yeah,
You take the
yeah,
cap,
yeah. I
you
know in
don't
powers,
where
like they
you're
take it and you like, ooh,
So-
what manifests? But
So what if
You
like we went off that, right? And you didn't know what power you were gonna get, but what if one of the things was you sign up and you don't get a power? Like they just give you this like pill or whatever it is that they give you a shot, and you think you got something, and you're trying to figure like your whole life trying to figure out what you have, and you just don't fucking figure it out.
that's kind of like what
Because
Christian was
you
saying.
have
Is like in one of the comic books, there's like a group called the Inhumans, where it's like if you're one of that like species, basically when you hit a certain age, they do something to you, and like your power manifests. But like some people don't get powers. So it's like, what if they discover
Yeah.
like something in the brain of humans, where in like 50 years they're like, oh, all you have to
Nope.
do is do this, and they like will awaken you.
Like
and
we
you
all
get-
have it already.
Yeah, you get
So-
everybody gets some like random thing, but yeah, what if you get like you're like,
So-
oh, I'm awakened, and like your skin turns green and sticky or something.
So one of the Inhumans actually is actually the brother of the main character, Black Bolt. His brother, he didn't get any powers, but he did get super intelligence. Like he was like outsmarting his brother in so many ways
Yeah,
that he used that against him.
but like yeah, I guess in that scenario, it's like, what if the government was the only one who knew how to like unlock it for you?
That'd be terrifying.
And also how to lock you, like how to
That'd be
shut you out.
Well, I can tell you this, Scott. If it was a needle, you wouldn't take it.
I mean, I already threw out telekinesis. I feel like I would do a lot of things to get telekinesis, like because it's like after that, it's like what even matters? Like, oh, come after me, bro! Like, come at me! Like after that, I got freaking telekinesis. But
Mhm.
yeah, there was like a weird thing where it's like you get it, but then like they're basically like they have you as a pinpoint on some map where it's like the
Yeah, it's-
government has that sort of on you already to some sense, but like basically they'd be like, yeah, we're gonna like GPS, we're gonna chip
they
you.
absolutely-
Yeah, I don't like that.
If they wanted to find you, they could find you right now.
But you know what I mean? Like in this case, it would be like, okay, if you're gonna have powers, like we're gonna straight up GPS chip you, and if you do one thing wrong, we're gonna basically like snipe you out of the air.
Even us being on this podcast, like on like our each other's, this podcast, whatever the hell we're on Discord right now,
Yeah,
they could find us and like jump into our fucking stream.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's the power
Which I
they
hate.
have. Yeah,
I hate that, which is way too much.
they,
But
like they gave themselves the power
Yeah, I hate the government.
to do that. That's what it's like. And it's like we're kind of like jumping around, but it's still kind of the same thing because like in like the movie The Incredibles, it's just like, it's like the government who disbanded it, and it's like everyone else had to like prove that the superheroes were good, and at the end they like signed a new accord that said like, oh, superheroes are good again, they can like go fight crime. But like obviously like the Marvel version was different because they were like, we need to know who you are so that we can like make you responsible type of thing. So it's like, but in the movie, I feel like I always had trouble picking sides. Like Brian, you didn't see it.
I don't think I did. I saw the first one, not the second one.
Well, this is like the Civil War movie. It's like I think it's one of the Captain America movies, but it's basically like there's two sides. There's like Iron Man's side and Captain America's side, where Iron Man says like, just sign the paper with the government saying you'll tell them who you are, so they know who you are, they know what superhero you are, and you're like responsible for for what you do. But then like Captain America is like it defeats the purpose of to have like these superheroes be known people and have to like give themselves to the public. It defeats their like ability to help. But it's like in the movie they paint Captain America as kind of like the underdog and like he's getting like shit on in the movie. But then when you think about it, I was like, oh, I don't know, like I don't know. I always like sided with Captain America, like in the comic books and everything. Like, screw the government, don't sign. But then it's like, does that just get like real crazy where you just have superheroes doing whatever they want? Like, I don't know.
As much as I love Iron Man, he's my favorite hero, like superhero, I guess if you want to call him whatever, of all the Marvel.
Yeah.
I feel like I would side with Captain America there, because I feel like if you are known, your enemies also know you as well, and obviously your enemies aren't known.
Yeah.
So I mean, like as far as even just that goes, like saving people, like they already know who you are, they know what you can do. They can just like outsmart you, you know? They can outsmart your power.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, for him in the movie, like he's like has a ton of money, so it's like if he's responsible for something, it's like okay, he can kind of fix it. But it's like low-level heroes, yeah, like it ruins the name of like who they are. Like him, he's just like this billionaire guy, like oh, I'm Iron Man, but it's like for like standard guys, like oh, I'm Falcon or something. It would like I feel like it would depreciate who he is as a hero, but at the same time, it's like. Would you like if you just look out your window now and it was like some just dude flying down your neighborhood just like looking for robbers? It's like, oh, that's cool, but it's like, is that scary as hell that there's like this is superhero dude? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel like if you think about that, it's like that's kind of scary. Like that person probably should have some sort of regulation because that's not the normal. But at the same time, it's like, oh, screw the government.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I'm
So it's like I feel like I was always on Captain America's side, but when you really think about it, it's like, oh, it's kind of scary if you're not the superhero. In the movie, they make it you see it from the superhero's vision, right? You see it from their point of view. You don't see it from the normal humans who are probably like, yeah, dude, I don't want this fucking guy like flying over my house. Like,
Yeah, I guess that
Which-
makes sense.
I wish they did something like that in the DC comics, like a Civil War type thing. 'Cause
well,
they
theirs are
never
hard
really
because
did
theirs
the-
is like interplanetary all the time and stuff like that. It's like,
No, but they do have like characters in Marvel that's outside the Earth realm itself.
yeah,
And but like DC is like you can do the same thing with those characters and actually split them up on two decisions and stuff.
yeah. And they've probably had comic books where they've like had to force people to show who they were, like show their identity or something.
See, I guess that's not too bad. Like showing your identity isn't terrible, I guess, but as long as it's not like more than that. Like if they just want to know who you are, I guess that's okay. But like any more than that, I wouldn't agree with.
But like, it comes with it though, because if you say like, oh, like in the comic books, like Peter Parker joins Iron Man right away. And he's
Yeah.
like in some news conference, he's like, I'm Peter Parker. He takes off his mask, so now they know who he is. And even if he doesn't
Yeah.
sign saying whatever, if something happens, they know who to go after Peter Parker. So you know what I mean? It's like,
Well, that's what, yeah, but like if anything happens in the sense of like he does anything bad.
no, but even like if he does something good and like he has damages, and it's like, oh, Peter Parker, you owe the city $1 million now for destroying this bank. Like, thanks for
But
saving
then
that
it's like,
robbery.
"Damn, Spider-Man, what are you gonna do about it? They're not gonna do shit.
Well, that becomes
I
the
still have
problem.
power that you don't.
I know, but you know what I mean? Like that becomes the problem where it's like, it's
That's
hard.
I
crazy.
don't know. I don't
Because-
think it's that bad. Just knowing the identity, like whatever,
Did-
because you
did-
still have superpowers at the end.
Did
of
you
the
see
day.
the second Spider-Man
Which
at
one?
the end?
I don't
Spider-Man.
remember if I saw it.
Homecoming?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Listen.
What about?
The ending where they were Peter Parker?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. The guy reveals it. Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal's guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Mephisto, or whatever his name is.
I mean, I think there was more like remembering back in the movie, like the Accords that they were talking about. I think it was like the part that they
Well,
didn't like was that they have you on reserve, where if they ever need you, you have to come.
Yeah, they're in control of you. Exactly.
Yeah.
See, that part I don't agree with.
Yeah. So in the movie, I feel like the Captain America side makes more sense because the government's saying, "Show us who you are," and then you're always on our reserve. You have to come when
Yeah,
we
like
call.
you can't go like do it unless we say you can go do this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't like.
So it's
that
like from a
part.
movie standpoint, I feel like fuck the government type of thing. But like in like real life, if it was purely like a government was like, all right, we probably can't control these guys because the government in movies are always like way more powerful. Like even though our government's powerful, like I feel like our government doesn't have like weapons to fight superheroes.
Yeah.
But it's like they might be like, oh, show your identity, which maybe that's not bad, but I don't know. If there was ever like some superhero war that like developed, they'd be like, oh shit, like what side do I go on as a human? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what would you think like if that were to happen in your life?
Well, superheroes would win, so
That's what I said. I just go on the superhero side.
Yeah.
I just also don't like the government.
Well, so speaking about powers, what do you think is a really bad power that you think if you ever got, you wouldn't want it?
So hold on, I was thinking about this, Christian.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's the worst power? But
Yeah.
you already said
Well-
it. So, what's the Wonder Twins? Is that DC?
Oh, it's DT. That's the
They
one where
suck.
they all one guy turns into a bucket and like he can turn into like different like materials or whatnot, and the
If
other
you
one
guys-
turns
if
into
you guys
animals.
Don't know who the Wonder Twins are?
He turns into
One
a
of-
bucket.
One of them can turn into animals, like Christian said, and the other one can turn into some sort of like
Like a shovel,
Objects.
like anything,
like a
anything.
gas, gas or water. So one of them always turns into like an ice pickaxe, like an ice shovel or an ice bridge or something like that. It's so
I mean,
fucking stupid.
I still don't think it's the worst, but it's kind of
Well,
like
that's the thing. Like you say power, but it's like the worst ability that you can get could be anything. It's like, oh, I got the ability to shit like a 7-foot shit.
yes,
And
that's
it's
what
like-
I was-
it's like, that
it
sounds
can
awful,
actually
but it's
walk
like,
and talk.
That's an ability. Maybe people
Yeah.
don't call it a power, but I mean, like that question I feel like is really hard to answer because like, oh, my ability is that I look the wrong way and I die. It's like that's my
Yeah.
power. I die if I do the wrong thing.
For me, it's like if you sense anything, your pants get wet.
Wait,
What?
your pants get
You're like,
wet?
oh, my
Like you don't wet your pants; they just get wet for
my
no
sense
reason.
is tingling. My pants are wet.
Like your entire pants are
Yeah, I
just
can
wet.
sense it too.
What?
Well, it's like a visual sense, so people around you can be like, "Oh shit, something's happening." This guy just
You
You could, like he's wet again. That means his days are coming.
His legs are dripping and shit.
he's wet
Yeah, like
again.
your entire pair of pants is just soaked.
That's like his
It's
superhero tagline. He's wet again.
It's wet man.
It's wet man.
What a weird thing.
Wet man.
Make the world wet again.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like worst power is like impossible to determine because like worst like
Because it can be
worst positive power is different because then it's like something that's still good but it's kind of crappy. Like Cyclops is off. That's a stupid power Cyclops has.
Yeah.
Like
That's
if
right.
someone now were to get Cyclops power, like he only uses it to fight like crazy villains. Like right now, if you just got power, if you opened your eyes, you would literally obliterate a person.
Yeah, it's like too strong with
It's
no,
too strong for like
What is
not
it?
having a supervillain.
He has
X-Men
solar
with the
beam, solar beam
laser
eyes.
Yeah, Cyclops, he's the one who has like he presses like if he doesn't
It's
have
his-
glasses on, he just like a fucking
If
beams
he
coming out
opens
his
his
eyes.
eyes, he just constantly just.
But the
like,
thing is, his family's all about like solar energy.
Yeah, his
So
brother
he-
can
he-
shoot
Yeah,
out of his hands, which
Which
is
which is
way better.
That's way better. You can like, aim it better. Like
Yeah.
that's just like wherever you look, you just like, oh shit. You
I'd
look
much
at
rather like
everyone.
have to like wear a glove and be able to like shoot a blaster versus wear like glasses and just like never be
Yeah.
able to open my eyes.
The worst power would be to like the power that you continuously grow hair and you can't stop.
Yeah, that'd be
But see, it's like
awful.
there's so many like bad things like
well, like
that.
Toad. Toad isn't that great.
Yeah,
In
that's
X-Men
true.
universe, he's not
Yeah,
that great. He
I was
just,
saying,
like,
what-
has like a long tongue and he's like ugly.
Yeah, if you say like worst power of like people that are in comics now of like people that have like powers, there's like a bunch. But like I said, someone as positive as Cyclops, like that power is awful. Like unless you
it's
like
he's,
learned
like,
it,
extremely strong, but it's just like super inconvenient and uncontrollable.
but it's stupid because it's like he's like, oh, he's so great, but it's like if you're so great, learn to control your stupid eyes. You know what I mean? Like then you would be so much better if you could just like
And I can't even
do it
open
on
his eyes.
command.
Yeah. The hand thing is way better.
Yeah, but it's like stuff like that.
it's his brother's name is Havoc. I think it was.
Is it Havoc or Vulcan?
Yeah, no, Vulcan is his older brother.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's the one that
Um,
lives in space.
I always thought like when I was young, I still like the character Gambit. And if you know
Yeah.
Gambit, Brian, you know
Yeah,
Gambit.
he can actually
He's like
power
good. He's like good with
explosion.
he's like good with a staff, but he also like anything he touches, he can like make it like explode and like time it
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So he carries cards around, so you can throw cards and like make the cards into like little bombs.
like electric combustion or something like that.
Yeah, so it's like he basically just pick up like a scoop of rocks and hit like throw little rocks and make little tiny bombs out of it. He can like turn anything into a bomb. Like I don't know, when I was younger, I always thought it would be the coolest thing. I would just buy like a thing of Tic Tacs or something like that, and just be like,
It's just like
just go around, just be like throwing fucking Tic Tacs, like
Throw it into people's mouth and
just like
explode.
beaming Tic Tacs everywhere, and just like having.
do you feel like
explosions.
what's his name in Daredevil, the guy the villain that Bullet or
Bullseye?
I forget his
Bullseye?
name. Bullseye. There you go.
Yeah,
Like,
he doesn't
his
blow anything
ability-
up. He's just like really accurate.
He's like Deadshot. That's it. Like Deadshot
Yeah, yeah.
and Bullseye are very similar, and they don't really have like It's more of an ability than a power.
Oh yeah,
They just,
they're
never-
basically
just-
the same.
yeah, they're like the same thing. They just never miss. They just like
They have like a weird like it's like a mental thing where they're just like very accurate. Whatever
Yeah, they,
that
like,
whatever
can,
that skill
predict
is,
the
it's just
shot,
yeah.
never miss. Yeah,
That
like, I guess-
the calmness to shoot, I guess.
they're very similar. They're both kind of like I guess like Deadshot's more of like kind of like an assassin-y kind of thing. He also good with like swords and stuff. And, like,
Yeah, he's not like a
martial-
he's like a petty
arts,
thief
but-
like Bullseye is. Is more
Yeah.
like a like just a con man
But they're
thief
just
guy.
both like I think Bullseye is more of like a he like knife throwing too. But
But
like,
you ever-
Deadshot-
when you
I don't
seen
know,
that
they're very
show-
similar.
When you seen was it Netflix Daredevil when he was in the second
Oh, yeah.
season?
Yeah. We
Was
never
it second or
finished it.
third?
Yeah, he was in the second. We never finished it. Oh no, the third. The third, yeah.
Yeah, when he was
We
like
didn't finish
doing
it?
these
No,
crazy
we never
like
finished it.
throwing things
Really?
like against the wall, ricocheting and hit Daredevil
Yeah.
like in the leg or
Yeah,
something.
like that's really cool. Like the prediction of like seeing where things bounce and stuff like
Yeah, you
that.
can like map it out in your head.
I mean, that's a cool power. I wouldn't call
That's
that
cool.
bad.
It's not bad. No, I don't think we're saying it's bad.
No, like I said, I don't know. I always thought like the gamut thing would just be like fun.
Yeah.
Or like the other thing, I think I told you, Tim, the ability would just like if you just point at someone, you could make them orgasm.
Yeah, tell me about that one.
It would just be like you could just do so many things. Like you get pulled over, and as he's like walking to the car, you just like, boop. He's like, "Ah."
He'd probably turn around and get in his car and just
That's
leave.
that's what he's saying. He's like, never mind, go, you can go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it would just be so funny because like you could literally like do really good with it, but it would be so ridiculous because like someone's like robbing a bank and he's just like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah." He's like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like
falling
anything, like just like somebody just does something awful and you're like, oh, what a dick. And you just like in the worst moment, just watching, just like, boop. And then the guy's just like walking around or with his family and it's like, ah. I don't know. It's like the dumbest power, but it would just be the funnest thing to do ever.
like an 80-year-old grandma, you're like, ugh.
80-year-old
Why
grandma.
would he go there?
Damn, Christian. Christian goes right for his freaking dreams here.
Dude,
I'm trying to
always
save a
do.
bank robbery. Yeah, she probably like have a heart attack.
Should probably die.
Damn,
Christian's
Christian.
killing old people.
Christian's
and getting
killing
his
old
pants
people
wet.
with Christian's pants get wet. He's killing old people.
Old people orgasm.
I'm sensing some danger from Scott.
Then I'm like hitting Christian with it. Ugh. He's like, I can't get any more wet.
Because he's already wet pants.
He's already wet pants.
Oh god.
But like, imagine
man.
that, like just
Fool, dude.
just anything, you would just like, I don't know, that'd be funny. Just anybody, just like, boop, jizz.
Oh god.
That's a solid power, I'm telling you.
Oh man.
Probably not the worst, honestly, but
No,
it's
that's not the worst. That's like it's just a creative power.
It's a weird one.
What's a power that you could give yourself that you could like just add into your everyday life that wouldn't like derail your whole life? Like telekinesis basically derails your whole life because you're like, yeah, fuck, I'm not gonna go to work
Well, like,
anymore.
I would say the power to make anything I say funny at like any time I want. Like people would just burst.
Yeah, but what?
Well, no,
what if
wouldn't you want the
serious-
power to say something funny, not to like hypnotize people into imagining you're funny?
They can go with
Brian just is like poop, and he's like, you laugh at me.
people.
Well, that one, if you, but then that could also he could just be like a comedian or he could do something else.
Well, so,
I mean,
like,
I guess that's not.
You want the power to like to be quick with your
Funny?
wit.
Very witty.
All right, so
guess.
Brian wants to have like quick wit. What's your everyday power that's just like slightly alters your day to day?
It's hard to think of something that's like small enough that isn't too crazy. but-
Slightly enlarge your erection.
I would say an easy one is every poop is a no wiper. Boom,
Hmm.
dude.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That'd be dope.
You know how much time I would get back?
Approximately 20 seconds of shit.
That's not the length of it as much though. Like the length of the poop, like every poop just lasted 20 seconds.
And
And
you get it on your fingers and stuff. It's like, oh, gross.
what the fuck?
For me,
I'm just saying,
it's-
like every time, just clean up. You're like, oh, done. Like, get it over
You
with.
know it's so you don't even have to look. Like it's in the wiper, so you just like blah and you just leave.
Like, you know what I mean? Efficiency. That solves an easy problem.
I mean, that's not a huge problem.
I took it. You got something else, Christian. Christian and Tim can't choose me and Brian's. You can't choose comedian or quick shits.
damn, I'm trying
I
to
think
come up with some.
Christian's like,
but-
damn.
I don't know.
Come on, man, you guys
Like,
suck.
so you can't say something too crazy. Like,
Well, that's what I
Something
mean.
ridiculous,
Like
yeah.
everything
Yeah,
I think of, it's like it's too much.
To me, it's like to shoot every shot. Like I can just like.
what do you do?
Why
You
don't
don't do.
anything?
You don't
What does that
shoot
mean?
during the day. What do you do at
Shoot
work? You
every
shoot
shot?
things.
What does that mean?
He's like putting
No, I
stuff
mean,
together at work.
like
and he's just
aim.
like, bah, bah, bah.
I'm able to aim pretty good at like everything. Like I always get it in.
So
what,
Deadshot.
well, what are you doing?
Fuck? But what do you do during the
Are
day
you
that
like
you're doing
throwing
that?
paper in trash barrels?
Pretty much.
It like walks by a bar and there's like someone doing shots. Like, oh shit, you have to run in and take a shot. Like, I have to do it. That's my superpower. I have to take every shot.
No, he means like he's
No,
like
no, okay.
he's like accurate with
I know,
his.
I know.
Like,
To speak like
I was gonna say that.
different languages.
oh, but that's actually
pretty big though.
okay.
I was
That's
say
not everyday life.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
pretty-
we can give it to him, but that's actually like an amazing like to speak
That's
and
crazy.
understand
I-
every language is like amazing.
yeah, I always kind of wanted that.
That
cool.
would be amazing. You could like go anywhere or do anything because you would just be like the ultimate in between person. All right, I'll give it
You'd
to
have,
you. I'll give
you'd
it to
have
you.
like a government job if you like were able to do that.
What about like just not making mistakes?
That's decent.
Yeah, but but what is it? What would that be considered like in movie terms? It's probably was that luck? You just have good luck.
No, you just don't make mistakes.
But I feel like mistakes are different. Are different for different reasons.
A mistake is almost like bad
It's your
luck,
fault.
I guess.
No, that's your fault. If you make a
able-
mistake, it's your fault. It has nothing to do with luck.
So I can be able to-
is a mistake based on focus or memory? You know what I mean? Like sometimes you
Well,
make a
both.
mistake because you forget. Other times you make a mistake because you're not paying
Well,
attention.
yeah,
Usually don't try to make a mistake.
I'm not trying to like disregard your thing. I'm just saying like you could be like I always want ultra focus type of thing, or you want like amazing memory. But you know what I mean? I feel like mistakes is kind of like you can have different types of mistakes.
yeah, but I don't make any of them.
Okay. All right. I mean, do you
Weird.
often make a lot of mistakes?
No, but I'm just saying I'd be like, I'm just trying to make
Nobody has that superpower. You
like
need-
like a day to day. I don't know. It's hard to.
All right. I mean, Christian's like
Or able
taking
to,
shots,
like-
I guess.
or able to like come back with any like comeback to anybody like perfectly.
Well, that's
witty.
kind of like Brian's thing where he wants to just say something funny.
No, but it's a comeback. Like you can get them. Good.
So it's
make
not
it
it's not
laugh.
funny. It's like just
Yeah.
just
That's part of like that's like wit though. That's like what
yeah, it's
wit is.
wit, quick shits, quick
quick shit.
no mistakes, and Christian's a quick and Christian's a quick drawer, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what
He's like when I'm at work and I just pull up my freaking Glock, I just want to like
every shot.
I just want to hit every shot. Like every day I'm like I'm just missing all these targets.
It's day to day.
It's like yeah, like day to day help you is like he's like all right, hit every shot like when I'm shooting.
Like when I'm playing basketball on my way to work,
Yeah.
walk by, just jump in a game and hit every shot and then go to.
All right. All right. That's a solid one.
That's a hard question, just because like I feel like a lot of things are.
Another one would be to like never fatigue. So
Ooh.
you just don't get like fatigued.
So Brian wants to be in shape.
Well, I never wanted like I talk about this before, like never have to sleep, just like never have
Oh,
to let it be so
dude, that's sweet. You know how much stuff you would get done? Oh,
nothing. I still would get nothing done, but I just wouldn't have to sleep.
dude, if I didn't have to
I still
sleep,
would just
like,
fuck around. I would just watch YouTube for 12 hours straight.
That's
like,
true. like I like
But
sleep because like when I'm tired, it's comfortable. But like honestly, like
if you did get tired,
if I didn't get
get
tired and I could get stuff done, I would like be killing it right now.
or be able to like breathe under anything.
So just like a giant rocks on top of you, you can still breathe.
Under
breathe under
anything, he's just like, oh, this couch is on me, still breathing,
like,
bitch.
hold on,
No, I mean
I can't breathe under
like,
this phone.
He's under
meaning by like someone takes a dump, I can just go in there and that's be like, I can't smell anything.
dumps on top.
That's not breathing. You can breathe when things smell bad.
Oh shoot!
You can go out of on my superpowers. I'll say you can't really go out of focus. Just fucking,
Yeah.
Oh my god! He
Wow.
just turned into the most pixely unfocused mess I've ever
He's
seen.
like, he's got like a 20 by 20 pixel image.
oh, what happened?
This is like, oh
We're in
my
a black hole.
god.
Oh, God,
Oh,
you look like
slowly getting better. There we go. It's slowly regaining its integrity.
Able to
I
smell
think you
anything.
probably meant like underwater, right?
No, he just wants to walk into bathrooms that smell bad and not smell
I just
Like,
want to go take a shit.
Just block your nose.
I got another one. Anything that smells bad actually smells good.
Yeah, but that could be bad for you because
Yeah, but then
like
when
methane
someone
like
blows one-
smells bad. But if you
Yeah,
breathe it in, you
that
could
is
like
like
die.
yeah, anything like your senses, the way they are, the way
No,
they're
with
supposed
methane, you'll still know what methane smells like. It just to you, it smells good.
Oh, but then you're like, ooh, it smells
to.
good.
You have to, like,
And
learn it, though.
You
You have
would
to
be
learn
like,
it,
ooh, it smells good. Let me inhale a whole room of methane.
yeah, but
you
usually when
just be
something
like-
smells bad, you try to avoid it. But if something smells good, you kind of just like you linger.
Able to sleep with my eyes open.
Well, what's that? Wouldn't you rather just not sleep? If you're sleeping and your eyes are open, you're not like on like security
It doesn't
mode.
change anything.
You
You're
just
still
look like
sleeping.
a psycho.
He thinks he's like on.
Yeah.
So you want to sleep but still be awake.
Like still
It's
like
only
being
that.
aware while you sleep.
Yeah, but then you're not really sleeping. I would say the no
Yeah.
sleep thing is way better. Even though like I know sleep is like amazing for you. Like they've proven sleep is like literally can cure like freaking any disease, and it's like I'm like doing whatever I can to not go to sleep.
Another one would be to be able to regulate temperature
Oh
way
my
better.
Oh, Scott
god,
says that all the time.
dude!
Like never be cold, never be hot.
Are you
just
kidding
all-
me? That's yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how did I not remember that one? Regulate your body
Basically-
temperature.
So basically,
Yeah, it's
we went
'cause-
off. Yeah.
Do you have
It's
your
freaking
own?
hot right now.
Have your own like body thermostat where you just like always at like a cool like 70 or
Wow.
whatever it is, like all year
Wim
round.
Hof does. Wim Hof does that shit, dude. Crazy. You can do it. You just
Yeah,
gotta
it's,
like be
it's
crazy
crazy. It's
that
like
guy.
what zebras do. I want to be a zebra.
You just gotta like meditate and like focus and like breathing shit. Like somehow you can.
98.6.
Yeah, you like
It does-
basically you have to like control your body's like reaction to it.
Yeah,
like-
it's weird. You can do it.
Like when
Which
you're
is-
really cold, like your blood goes to your skin, but it's like a natural occurrence like of it. When he thinks about it and he's able to like make his body like react to it like
Ice
differently.
I don't
So.
know.
Like right
It's
now, I
great.
just feel like really hot.
Like yeah, if you could do that, you would never just be like, oh, I want to be real hot and sweaty right now.
I want to be extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, I want to be freezing right now. That sounds fun. Like, I mean, would that take like? I would say, would that take any joy out of anything? I guess not, right? Because you never really like need to be cold or really hot.
Not to any extreme, and you can always. Yeah,
Just-
I don't know.
Regulation here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that would
able
be
to wear
friggin'
shorts in the winter.
amazing.
Wear a coat.
I do that anyways.
Wear a coat in the summer.
Well, I mean,
I think it's pretty good. I don't think it would take any away. Like even if like at the beach,
Yeah.
like you want like a hot day to go to the beach, but if you can regulate it,
I don't know.
you can regulate your temperature, that perfect temperature where you're like comfortable and you can still
Still
go in the water. And if it's a little cold, you can regulate it so you
Right.
like it's not freezing.
You're
Like you can always.
yeah, but what if
Yeah.
the only way to regulate it was just to like be like,
Like the whole time, or just for like a couple seconds?
no, for like a minute, you have to like, oh, I gotta regulate, and you have to like squat down and like, and you're like, that's like your regulation
God.
face.
I guess. Yeah, like just hide like in the corner somewhere, and you're like, ugh.
You're like, "Oh," you're like, ooh, and you're like, oh, I feel great.
I guess.
You're
then
not
I-
actually
What is
regulating, you're just having an orgasm.
But then
Christian's
I come,
giving you
then as Brian's regulating, I come around the corner and be like, jizz.
Oh,
God.
God. Can you regulate while you're doing that though?
Oh man,
Christian over here is dying.
I don't even know what part of his body I'm
is
looking
that?
at.
That. That was the back of his neck.
That's so weird.
Like if you didn't see him
Because-
bend over, it was weird.
Yeah, that's a weird.
because Scott was talking about orgasm, and then I was like, "Baby."
What?
Scott did all of that.
I
I was
did
gonna say you didn't say anything.
No, but he put it all together.
it.
Oh my god.
Christian,
This
we're gonna have
guy's
to review the footage on this one.
his internet connection is
perfect
rough
timing,
tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
dude.
I think I recorded wrong. Honestly.
Oh,
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 my
that's fine.
god! Oh my god!
I think the whole point. I don't think my audio is recording. I think I'm recording you guys, but not my own audio. I think my thing got messed up.
Oh my
I just
god.
regulated my camera right there.
So I'm pretty sure this is pointless.
Well, it's
camera
not because we
regulation.
could just grab your voice from another thing. Anyways, to
Yeah.
continue the conversation, those are all pretty good powers, I guess, to have daily little powers, little increases.
We already talked about this.
My
No,
power
I'm
would
saying
be
those were all like good things. Like,
I know, but I'm
trying
saying
to
we
think.
already talked
So-
about
to
like,
reproduce whenever you want.
So what if
Like clone yourself.
Just pop out a baby. Boom, boom, boom.
Like any,
So
like even like you.
Yep.
He was like working
Well,
like, screw it, I
at
need
first
help.
I was thinking about where you can just like say if you're like your finger's broken, you can just chop it up and just regenerate another finger,
So you can be a starfish.
Why wouldn't you just heal your broken finger?
or you can just chop it up and just get a new finger right there.
Get new fingers.
But like,
Yeah, if you can like regenerate,
wouldn't you just like fix your
regenerate
bone
something?
versus like you're like, oh, my bone's broken, just rip your thumb off and it probably hurts like hell.
That'd
Even,
be super- yeah.
even if for like a few seconds, like I feel like it'd be better just to heal it than like cut it off.
What if that's the only way you had to do it though? Like
Yeah.
you couldn't actually fix your broken bone.
You would have to like
You have to like
Chop
get a
off
whole
your
new
arm.
bone. You have to get a whole new bone.
Oh, what if
Oh,
you
terrible.
didn't know until you first time you tried it?
Oh.
I talked to Tim about this before. Like, what if that's like a thing right now where it's like you could get superpowers, but you had to do some ridiculous thing, but it wasn't
Mm.
guaranteed.
You
You're
have to
like,
like,
oh, like-
jump off a cliff in order to be able to fly.
Yeah, you're like, oh, anyone can fly, but there's only a 50% chance. But it only for you to find out, you have to be like in a dire situation, falling off something really high.
did you guys
That
see
would've happened already.
did you guys see the latest season of The Boys?
No,
No,
Okay,
No
never
more
mind.
boys.
I know. I want to watch.
no,
it.
it looks
mind.
it looks good, but we should because it's like
I don't want to spoil it.
we're like sort of like marketing for them with our name, tagging everything with
for
the
it.
boys.
What if a situation happened where like something bigger showed up and then you can't deal with it, like something new, like a kaiju or something.
That's life.
Kaiju is not life, but Brian's at like a work site and a freaking like Godzilla pops up. He's like,
Well,
that's life.
what are you gonna do? It just keeps working.
He's like fixing the plumbing. Is this thing just destroying the building? He's like, meh,
What are you gonna
I
do?
got Bill Mulder room.
gotta build
I don't know,
motor
you
room.
I'm gonna build Mulder room. What? What you say?
It's like a special like elixir. He's like, oh, gotta build Mulder room.
Brian, you don't build Mulder rooms for your living? I thought that's what you do.
He's like, that's what you do to fight Godzilla. You just get a
Yeah, Mulder
freaking
room.
Mulder room. Mulder room. Christian, you're laughing. We still don't know what you said.
He
What did
doesn't
you
even
say?
know. He doesn't even know.
What did you say?
Oh man.
What?
What you said? He's still just building the what?
More than them? You not?
Oh, more of them?
Yeah.
Oh my god. He just like no
More of
space.
them.
More of them.
We built him up.
More of them. Just build
He
more
just
of
doesn't
them.
use spaces.
Like Christopher Walken, where he's trying to speak. He doesn't use
speaks
commas.
Normally, he just has an accent.
No,
Not
he just
accent,
yeah.
It's just like
voice.
all walks on it. All run on.
Fucking Scott can't even. Speak
I
now.
can't even speak. But to answer your question, if like all of a sudden we were just like in normal life, and then it's just like on the news, they're like 75-foot beast appears like out of the ocean,
75
Guy
foot
dog,
Mulder.
just size of a hairy ball.
the size of a hairy ball, so it'd be like a 2-inch creature. I don't think that it would make the news.
The size of a hairy ball doesn't. That's like a hairy ball can be what size? It doesn't give a size. So
Like
they said,
it's the size of one hairy ball. I'm like, what?
what does that mean? This guy just. Oh god.
The logic is great,
We love you, Christian.
but really, if I don't know,
Right.
like
The only
I-
way you can figure him.
it's very. Oh god, it's very similar to like it's similar to like the
Nobody
superhero,
knows
the
what
superhero
to
like
do.
conversation, because it's like all of a sudden, like, what if there was like a superhero, but it's like all of a sudden, what if there was like a Godzilla thing is real and he's like the size of a building?
That's like the one time you want the government to like intervene.
Yeah, I know you like superheroes. Are like, leave him alone. Leave the
Just fucking
superheroes alone.
nuke Godzilla, but then your whole city blows up and everybody dies.
What's the thing? It's like superheroes, and it's like don't touch the superheroes. Let them do whatever they want. And it's like some creature comes out of the thing. You're like, government, protect us.
Well, that's all.
Imagine if they have the technology now just to stop that situation.
They probably.
And
It's called
Oh,
a
I mean,
nuke.
yeah, I mean, we got weapons that are like the size of a pen that could like blow up a whole city.
Hypersonic.
It's ridiculous.
What if they do have a
Hypersonic
Sub-Zero?
I don't know.
Hypersonic, some niggas.
I just heard type of Sub-Zero.
I was trying to speak, but then everybody else
Brian's
was
like,
speaking.
Brian's like, yeah, Hypersonic
The
say that will take out Godzilla.
Hypersogums. Hit 'em- get 'em real quick.
Yo, Hypersogums, you're done, Godzilla. You're done.
You
They
need more of
both
them?
started talking. More of them. More of them.
Yeah, I got the rest of this left.
What?
Christian said, "Do you need any more?"
That's not what he said.
No, it's,
He was referring to as more of them from earlier.
I don't know what's going
So how
on.
do you defeat?
I guess I
the
don't know, in that same
giant-
conversation, it's weird to think about that like dinosaurs were real.
Yeah, I know.
Like I know it's
Imagine
super
if they could
random, but
recreate
from a size perspective, imagine it was like something like you look out the second story of your window and it's just something like that tall, like some
But they were
beast.
good dinosaurs. Like they didn't do anything wrong. His name was Francis, and he was just outside of your house all the
'Cause,
time.
like I know you have like we have like elephants and giraffes and there's like big animals, but it's like imagine just like it's like out in the woods and it's like some fucking 30-foot tall dinosaur. You're like, and it's just like go around them. Like we're just on a mountain bike trail. It's just like go around them.
It is hard to believe that they were like real.
But it
Like,
but it's
still
possible to
doesn't
like
seem real.
I know
There's-
because like what the hell were they? They're just like some random ridiculously large species, and then like now it's where these fucking shitty little flesh humans.
I know it's crazy.
but it is
Flesh
when you actually watch like Jurassic Park, it looks like
Christian, those weren't real.
Yeah, that's not a documentary.
No,
It's
but
like-
just
done, I'm
taking
done.
like the old, like very old mosquitoes that have been inside like those what are those called, the
Like a
Fossil.
fossil.
no,
Coquito.
yeah,
It's like
it's the yellow thing that they're
It's amber.
amber,
Yeah.
yeah, like
they're fossilized in amber.
It's that's still a fossil. Amber is just like the substance that they like it hardened over time.
but what if they have like they do have the technology to clone. They have done it before,
Yeah,
but they
Clone-
haven't timed
dude,
it
half the
correct.
food you eat is cloned.
Yeah,
Well, I mean that's not from the cloning thing, but like I mean there is like science to back up like what you're saying because they're saying like as all these like polar caps and stuff melt, there's like things that have been like buried in there or like frozen in there for like millions
Yeah.
of years that like when they come out, like they could release viruses, they could like release like this new infection of like these crazy bugs or
That
something like
happened,
that. Like
I forget where it was, but like some deer that was frozen forever had the plague, and it got
Yeah.
unfrozen, and it
Yeah.
released the plague to like wherever the hell.
Yeah,
I don't
and
remember
it's like-
where it was.
that is kind of crazy. But if you think like Chris said, the fossils are harder because like fossils a fossil. Like unless you have like technology to like get into it, it is what it is. But it's like who knows what's like buried in the ground or like in these icebergs. It's just like all of a sudden some like random iceberg melt and is like a dragon in it, and it's like holy shit,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
it'd be so awesome. But
just
like
flying around and stuff.
like in no movie that's not a cartoon were dragons ever like nice. So it's like guaranteed we find a dragon. That dragon's just like murdering millions of people. But
But we
that
could
would be
see
so
it.
awesome. Yeah, we would just be like all in awe as it's just killing everybody.
But is it possible, like how there are like some movies that they show like people like frozen, just like you said, like what if they're incarcerated in that ice, perfectly preserved, and then they somehow melt
people-
the ice to like resurrect them from
People do that.
the state.
Yeah,
They don't get resurrected yet, but people do that to themselves. Cryogenically freeze
yeah,
themselves.
that's like already a thing. But
Like
They
Disney.
like
they
preserve
got-
the body, but the mind and like just
yeah, there's
Ted
aspects of
Stanley.
it that won't last, but there's yeah, I mean they already kind of do it now. You need like certain like temperatures and stuff like that. But yeah, it already is like possible. I think if something were to like unfreeze out of ice, it would come out, even if it's like some sort of living tissue. Like no one would just like wake up and be like, "Whoa, what the hell?" Because like their brain would have probably just decayed itself, even if frozen.
Hmm.
But
Or
I mean,
you'd have to relearn. You'd start like at a baby again or something.
yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe they would wake up and like heart starts beating and like, oh, I need a snack,
like-
and then like,
You'd be like a giant man baby.
Sort of
Yeah, I don't
tiny
know.
Tom.
yeah. I don't know. I still feel like your parts of your body would need some kind of nourishment to like
yeah, like you're frozen,
Survive.
but like it's not like when you're frozen, like time isn't stopped. Like it's still like time. Like
but
I
you
don't
get
know.
preserved, but you're still not like as soon as you like get unfrozen, I feel like you just like decay instantly.
He's just like, hey, he
Well,
just-
it's like how they do that, like on like tombs and stuff. Like if they open it, like once the air gets in there, it just like turns to dust.
that's true. Like a
Like, it's
vacuum.
perfectly preserved, but as soon as like the air hits it, it just like disintegrates.
That's true.
Mhm.
It's probably like that. I don't know.
But like, I don't know. I think
Probably like
like
You know.
I feel like as soon as they invent the time machine, like the first place people are going is like back to like dinosaur era, just to like
Ride a
just
dinosaur.
to like prove that it like obviously it happened because these fossils aren't like fake. There's like not like these random like skeletons that'll like perfectly make up these beasts in the ground, but it's like
it's still like
it just
I
still
wanna
seems
say
so
something, but
insane.
it's like I don't want to be like I'll say the one that's not too like controversial, or, like, but like
You're a flat earther.
no, but like
Oh my
if
God.
dinosaurs exist, like in what like world does like dinosaurs exist and like God exists? Like we know dinosaurs are real, so what the fuck's going on with dinosaurs?
No,
Like
I
that's
know.
like
I
you
know.
I mean, God, like you know what I mean? Like I don't want to
Yeah.
like get into like religion and
Yeah.
say a little, but like
We're gonna
It's
get some
weird.
like comments underneath.
yeah,
So,
there's 37 people that watch us, but like it's
at
like
least we get some comments.
It's not
You know
even
what I mean?
37, guy. Come on.
I think it was 38.
It was 38. We lost one. Thanks, Brian.
Might have been Scott talking about. Oh no, never mind. That's not it yet.
Yeah, that's not out yet.
But you know what I mean? It's
Um,
just like crazy. Like, what is dinosaurs? Like you said. It's
Yeah, I
still-
know. Yeah, without going into religion because we don't
Yeah,
want to like be somewhat respectful, but like, yeah, like none of
Just
that
like-
goes like back to explain what was before dinosaurs.
Like nothing explains it. I know.
You know what I mean?
Big
Like
Bang.
it's just there's so much mystery there, but like it's just
Mhm.
dinosaurs
Theory
alone.
still-
Like even before that, it's like they have like all the like the mapping and scientific theories that they have. Where it's like it was dinosaurs and like asteroid or whatever it killed them, and then like little stuff developed. It was like was that really it? It was just like dinosaurs, and then like us developed from there. It's like how are the dinosaurs there?
I
Like
don't know.
it's just there's so much like crazy mystery. I feel like time machines like you want to think the future would be so cool, which would be cool, but it's like at the same time it's like
go
I
back.
want to see some
That's
insane
the
like
thing, like
back in the day. Like I want to go back to like I don't want to see people. I could care less about people.
I
Like,
want to witness how we came about.
but, like the earliest
That's-
person, like Neanderthal version would be cool to see. But like any normal person, like 15, 1600, like I don't want to go back. Like people suck. Like it was
What if you
war
just like go so far back before like science can like
get you back to the future.
do whatever, and we go further back than that, and it's like more technologically advanced than we have now. Like
That's the
at
thing,
one
it's like,
point, so far
before-
back, we were actually more advanced. Like the human
Which
race
they just got
existed.
wiped out.
further
because they were
back.
too-
that's
Yeah.
where that's why you get the powers of the Flash. You just like
Well, it's
run
just, like-
really fast.
Like they like scientifically they're like we know the Big Bang was X years ago, billions of years ago. But it's like okay, and
Still-
dinosaurs are around 50 million years ago. But it was like there's like hundreds of millions of years prior to dinosaurs. Like what the hell was what the hell? Yeah, unaccounted for. That literally just like there's not even like research we can do because it's just like we don't know.
Was it the shark Megalodon?
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
guaranteed
Okay.
megalodons back in the dinosaur era. But it's like why were things so goddamn big back then?
I know.
But it's like the smallest creature was like
Well-
like alligators used to be like 30 feet
feel like-
long and they've gotten smaller. But it's like why were things so goddamn
the theory,
gigantic?
right? I mean, back then there was less living things on the earth, so they had to be bigger to take up more of that space.
Yeah, but
Now
that's
it's
like
all
what
bigger.
rule? What rule is it like? Like animals per space?
I don't make the rules.
I know, you
man.
don't
It's just
That's what I'm
When
saying.
was
Godzilla.
Pangea? When was Pangea a thing? Was that like
back in 1874.
during dinosaurs or after? I don't remember.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know. Probably should know that. It seems like an easy
I know.
question, but I don't even know. Was
feel
Pangea
like-
prior or after dinosaurs? I feel like during, right?
There was
Hey,
small
Siri.
dinosaurs though too. It wasn't like every dinosaur was fucking huge.
When was Pangea?
It was
Oh, we're so
When
stupid.
was dinosaurs?
We're so stupid.
Message Chris.
Approximately 335 million years ago.
That's insane.
Okay, but when did dinosaurs exist?
What is Pangea?
No, but dinosaurs were like 50 million years ago, weren't they? Oh, but just that number is fucking insane.
66 million. What'd you say? How
300.
355
Okay.
or something. like
Okay, so 66 million. So Pangea, and then there was dinosaurs. Because this is 66 million years ago.
Okay,
Was-
so what the fuck?
that. Let's save this for our next podcast.
Yeah.
we're
Oh yeah, we're getting old. So
Yeah.
this is okay. Yeah, we'll have a okay.
What's the research?
Let's end this
We'll
one.
do dinosaur
When-
research.
We'll end this awkward like superhero dinosaur whatever we talked about today podcast.
Dinosaurs.
We're gonna do some research. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about like historical prediction anomalies and dinosaurs
Time.
and
We'll have
time
history
and all
On
that
the next
nonsense.
time. See you
Each
guys.
one of us. I won't say that yet. I'll
And
say
more-
after.
We're gonna talk about more of them too.
All right. Catching cool cats on the next podcast. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Subscribe.
Facebook,
Subscribe,
Instagram, and Twitter.
Twitter.
And as well,
And-
we just started our own Twitch.
Yeah.
And
Catch us on Twitch every now and again when we have a day off from work.
What do you mean, and?
What do you mean?
Spotify.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Spotify too.
Get the audio on
If you want to
Spotify.
listen to audio listeners.
Like this
If you don't want to see
video.
our ugly faces.
I'm gonna set a like goal of 1 like for this video.
10 more likes.
And as well, we need more likes to get Tim off that game, so make sure to get
100. No, I need 100 subscribers.
Yeah, 100
you heard it,
subs.
folks. 100 subscribers.
So
So catch you next time,
Yeah.
guys.
Morgan.
tune in next week.
Adios.
Adios.